Well, he got me. He got me. Conor McGregor. He got me or he's trying to get me. Let's work this out. I hear from Conor's people, okay? Now, I don't love hearing from Conor's people as much as I like to hear from Conor. And it has made a little bit of a weird, right, in our relationship when I don't hear back from him or when I ask him a question and I get a response from another phone. Like, what, are you sitting there with his phone and you grabbed it and did it, or he forwarded my message to you and said, get a hold of shit? I mean, I don't know. It rubbed me the wrong way. I had the same experience with Ronda Rousey. Used to talk all the time. One day I get a message from her, contact my assistant. Now, that probably should have terminated where she and I stood. It didn't, though. I went to the assistant. The assistant was so ungodly rude, that's what ruined it. You can hire stupid people to speak for you, but you're then going to be responsible for the stupid stuff that they say. I'm out. To Ronda and her assistant, right? I'm out. Hear from Conor's people. I have made videos. I would go into the category of a Conor defender, right? I think I understand him. I think that's an entertainer. I think that is a brilliant entertainer. I think that is a hard-working, fast-thinking, stay in character at all times, including when I should be in shock because I'm a human being and my toes are pointed that way and my heel's way over here. Cuts a promo anyway. I feel like I'm in the presence of brilliance that's happening. Andy Kaufman level brilliance, but also discipline. Conor had a code. Conor started to get away from his code. If you want to be an anti-hero, that's fine. You must have a code. You must relay the code to the audience, and you must defend fiercely your code at all times. And when you get away from that, you're now not an anti-hero. You're just a scumbag. Conor started to do that. I still defended him. I came to you guys and I said, is it possible Conor's a jerk? Sure it is. Is it also possible that he's an entertainer? And that he's out there entertaining, and even in his most vulnerable moment? Are you telling me there wasn't something Godsmack about the idea that Conor McGregor is broken? He can't even stand up for an interview, but he's challenging Dustin Poirier to a fight? Conor's got no friends with him. He's all alone, half naked, and he challenges Poirier and his entire team while he can't even stand up. You're telling me there wasn't something about that? Yes, there was. Yes, there was something about that. Doesn't mean he was a jerk. Doesn't mean he's an entertainer. You decide. It was open for interpretation, like all forms of communication and art. I interpret it as an entertainer. So, got a little off course. I had a hard time. I read your guys' comments. I wouldn't think they influence me. I'm not here to be influenced. I'm the influencer, in all fairness. In all fairness. But I do still read them. And there is a truth there that, look, Chael's always out to defend Conor for every single thing that he does. And Chael defended Conor when the Khabib situation, and he jumped the cage, and timeout. Timeout. Most recent, week ago, I was irritated that Conor was deleting tweets. When you start tweeting late at night, high and or drunk, and then you delete them, you have now fallen into Jon Jones territory. There is nothing about Jon's career from a strategic standpoint that you want to mimic. Nothing. Go ahead and learn how he kicks the obliques. Learn that spinning elbow. Go right ahead. Not about career moves. You don't want to be in Jon Jones territory, right? Conor's fallen into that territory, and I, as a defender, cannot come out and defend a guy who doesn't want defended. Once he admits guilt, we're all done here. As soon as you say the words, it was my fault, we're all done here. And Conor going out and deleting it, which means I retract it, which means I never should have put it out in the first place, which means I don't want this seen by anybody, is an admission of guilt. Absolutely it is. And it puts a guy like me in a tough spot. So then I hear from Conor's people. Conor's people is how I'm going to... I hear from a guy. Conor's inner circle, though. He said, Chael, I'm a little surprised you fell for it. I said, oh, is that right? And what is it I fell for? Now, I will admit I'm a mark, but I'm a mark by choice. There's nothing happens, right? I've been to the show. I've seen the strings, right? I wrote the book. I said, yeah, you fell for it. He said the only reason Conor deleted those tweets after sending them out late at night is to create talk and controversy. What do you think? Conor doesn't know how the internet works? You think Conor doesn't know that once it sees cyberspace, it never goes away? You don't think he's fully aware that that's going to make headlines? Part of the marketing move was then to delete it, to have something even more to discuss, and you fell for it. This is what they said to me. That's what they said to me. So where's the work? Right? The shoot is the new work. So which one's the work? The way that it happened, where he said something he didn't want to be it seen? He cowardly deletes it in the middle of the night, hoping that it all goes well. Like, right, he got in a shower and just washed all the dirt off. And whatever scandalous he'd been up to the hour before is just magically down the drain and gone? Is that the work? Or is rewording what happened after the fact to make it look like old Chael fell for something? I don't know. I don't know. I won't know. All right, there would be no way to actually know. Many people will come out after the fact when they've done something wrong and act like that was just part of the brilliance. That actually is part of the brilliance. That's very good stuff. Do you guys ever see the Al Sharpton tape? Do you guys know about this? One of the great moves in the history of visual recordings ever. One of the great television moves ever done. Al Sharpton was busted buying crack. Caught on tape buying crack. So they have him on CNN. Now he's live. He's live when they have him on. So they play on a split screen, Al Sharpton buying crack, getting the crack, changing the money, trying to get away, looking over his shoulder, and then they go to Al. So they play that, and Al says, play the second tape. CNN's live, and they said, what are you talking about? And Al Sharpton said, point here isn't why you're seeing me buy crack there. The point is why you're not playing the second tape that vindicates me for that. Why would you bring me out here and only play one tape? Play the second tape. They're live. The reporter is completely, doesn't know what to do, throws to a commercial break. Now the segment with Al is over. CNN never touched the topic again. A day or so, hour or so later, they realize they've been duped. They realize that they're fools. They realize there is no second tape. But you don't get to do that in live TV. Al challenged him on the spot. Play the second tape. Play it now or don't ever play this again. Play the second tape. Didn't have one. They didn't have one. So reworking it after the fact is part of the brilliance. I do not believe I fell for anything. I believe Conor said something, realized it was stupid, tried to take it down, or passed out and went to sleep and somebody else took his mobile device or logged in from a different location when they got up because they're not up the same weird hours that Conor is, and then they quickly delete it. That's what I think happened. Conor's side would like me to believe that I've fallen for it. I am in the conversation here with one of the great entertainers. It is possible. I don't know if it's likely. It is possible. It won't work now. This is my own way of getting revenge in case you guys haven't picked up on this, right? I'm getting teased, told that I fell for something, told that I'm a mark. Maybe. That is definitely on the table. It won't happen again. I'm letting the world know. According to them, that's part of the act. According to them, they didn't want it deleted in the first place. Only deleted it to get even more attention. Time will tell. Let's see who's right.